Hey there, thank you so much for tuning in to San Diego Market Movers Question of the Week. I have Bryan Devore joining us with his wealth of information, and this is a hot topic, so welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, of course, obviously the market is rising still. We're not seeing any changes and only getting better for sellers.
Not yet.
We're talking about inflation. Do you think inflation is going to impact the real estate market?
It's a great question, and I get that question a lot, among other questions from people about the real estate market. And you know, I've been selling real estate now for 19 years, and I've never sold real estate in an environment like this where we do have inflation. You know, we haven't seen inflation in such a long time, and now it's kind of creeping in. So I'm getting that question a lot. What's interesting to think about is we've actually had inflation for a little while. It's just now being talked about more. They always measure inflation after the inflation took place, right? So it's like inflation is this.
Right.
That's reflective of before. And yet homes have been selling, you know, like hotcakes, like you said, for a couple of years. So people say, okay, well, inflation's there. How's that affecting me? Well, it makes it so you can't maybe buy as much as what you would have before in consumer, because consumer prices go up. But people have still been making home purchases because also wages tend to go up. You know, so inflation going up could affect people's buying power for other goods and services, but their income may be going up as well, which helps them buy real estate. The other thing too is, in an inflationary environment, it's important to look for investment vehicles where you can lock in your costs, because if you can lock in your housing cost, unlike in rent where you're subject to whatever the landlord wants to do, you can lock in your housing cost, get in a fixed rate mortgage. Other prices may be going up for other goods and services, like I learned in my economics class, butter and bread and things like that, but your housing, costs are still locked in. So I don't see inflation really affecting the market in a negative way for home sellers. I think we'll still see prices going up. The laws of supply and demand are still there, even though interest rates are starting to go up to try to affect inflation and the effects of inflation. A lot of the mortgage rates we're seeing right now already have that expectation of rates coming up baked in, and we're still seeing buyers out there. So long-winded answer, I know, but long story
That's a
short,
good explanation, though.
Yeah, I think that we're going to continue to see prices going up in real estate, just simply because it's just based on the supply and demand, and that's going to be there no matter what.
Well, there you have it. Bryan said it perfectly with your explanation. So thanks again for joining us at San
My
Diego
pleasure.
Market Movers Question of the Week.